Yeah, just so that you're aware, you have 10 minutes for your presentation, Thomas, and we will make you aware 2 minutes before the time is up. And look, in your own time, you can start. Thank you.
Okay, good afternoon. I'm seeking your nomination because Ireland deserves truth, accountability and justice. Instead, we live in a country where judges sometimes make corrupt decisions against innocent people. Politicians, including our current president, allow it to happen, and the media refuses to report it. If I was to become president, I would speak out about these crimes. One morning, a doctor was seen by witnesses driving dangerously for several miles. She crossed onto the wrong side of the road and killed the oncoming driver. At trial, there was no medical evidence, nothing wrong with the car. Yet the judge told the jury they had to acquit, claiming this was an extraordinary medical event. What does that mean? Nothing. The obvious question, falling asleep at the wheel, was never considered, even though she had just finished an overnight shift. That ruling wasn't justice. That was a failure of justice. The same judge later presided over one of my cases. I took a constructive dismissal case against my former employer, Clare FM. At the Labour Court, my employer offered me an ex gratia payment. That's clear proof of wrongdoing. Yet the Labour Court official lied in her recommendation. She claimed I had presented no evidence, and she omitted the ex gratia offer. When I summoned her as a witness in a later case, the judge held the hearing at 1 p.m. This is when the court is officially closed for lunch. Why? Did he not want the public to hear the case? The Labour Court official failed to appear, which is a crime, but the judge did nothing. Instead, he quickly ruled against me and ordered costs against me of more than €5,000. If the Labour Court official had been made to testify, I would have been able to prove my case. That's not justice, that's corruption. These are just two examples of many. Politicians are allowing judges to act like this. There isn't a politician in the country who will do anything about it. Micheál Martin, Simon Harris, and many more, including my local TD, Timmy Dooley, and former Senator Roisin Garvey. I even contacted the youngest TD in the Dáil, 24 years old, James O'Connor. Silence. Collusion is alive and well in the next generation. Meanwhile, the current president, Michael D. Higgins, also did nothing. If the head of state will not defend the people against corruption, he is not deserving of the office. Even the clerk of the Dáil and his secretary lied to me. Secretary said the clerk had no role in complaints against politicians. That's untrue. Later, they changed their story, twisted my complaint into something it never was, and then rejected it. Since I've challenged them, they haven't replied to me. Is this how the clerk of the Dáil should carry out his duties? The media is the final leg of this perverted stool. RTE once ran a promotional campaign saying, "We will always tell it because the truth matters." I know that's a lie, because RTE has a policy not to report any corrupt decisions made by judges. When I made a complaint, the Broadcasting Authority, Commissioner Mann, blocked it. They told me to submit the complaint under the relevant legislation, but they refused to say what that was, when they could easily have done so, and then they used that excuse to reject my complaint. That's not holding the media to account. That's a cover-up. Over the last 15 years and more, I've contacted many of Ireland's journalists, including Claire Byrne, Rachel English.
Sorry, Thomas. Are you making a statement, or are you looking for a nomination to go forward for presidential candidate?
I'm looking for a nomination for the reason that I just mentioned. The current president and all politicians are not speaking out about this. Lots of innocent people have been victims, probably a small amount in terms of percentages, but a sizable amount in terms of the number of people whose lives have been ruined. And if I were to become president, I would give that a voice, because at the moment nobody is giving this any voice. You can see there from what I just said, the media have a policy not to report it.
I feel, and I can only speak for myself, but I feel here, as I'm sure there's the members, that this isn't the platform for it. I think we need to stick to it. I'm sure there's reasons for it. If there's ongoing cases going on, they can't speak about them. But today we're here about looking for nominations. So if we could ask you to keep it tighter and try and move us on, please.
Well, that's the only reason I'm standing. And I'll tell you, if I was given the nomination, and if I was included, and if I did become president, it would make a big difference to this country, because I'm sure there are a lot of people that we have never heard about who are in similar circumstances to myself. As a matter of fact, I know quite a lot of them. And if this was given any oxygen, I'm sure we would get to hear about it. But at the moment it's not happening because the media won't report it. And I can prove this.
Okay, well, if you can prove it, I would suggest, Tom, that you would take that to the DRD. But right now, today, we're here looking for your presentation, and we appreciate what you've said. I'm sure the members will take it on board when we're deliberating shortly, and then we'll be doing our vote. And all I can say is I wish you the best of luck with this council and with any other, and many more councils, the best luck in the future. So thank you very much for your presentation.
Okay,
thank you.
Can I just say one more thing? I did go to the guards, and they told me it's a matter for the courts. They won't do anything.
Thank you.